Hey everyone, this is Rushikesh and welcome back to Multimagic channel. We are going to look at the design of our front end today and also the architecture of it, and we use React Native to create it for both Android and iOS. So until now, Funny has been explaining the backend stuff like its architecture, the structure and the code components. So keeping that in mind, we have created a front-end architecture that's quite similar. So without any delay, let's jump in and see what we have accomplished so far. Okay. So coming to this, you can see the Android emulator on the left and the iOS emulator to the right. Okay. So you guys can compare. The UI almost looks pretty similar, right? So yeah, that is the beauty of the mobile hybrid frameworks. Yes. Okay, so let us explore Android first. So initially we'll we'll navigate to the login screen. So for now we haven't implemented any backend code or any authentication mechanisms and all. So that is why if I press on login, we'll directly enter into the app instead of any doing any checks and all. Okay. So yes, we have created simply a form, a login button, and the traditional elements which should be in the login screen, like the forget password and the sign up screen. Like maybe you can also call that as register screen. Okay, so yeah, if I press on login button, it will navigate to this section. So which is the home screen or the tool screen. Okay, so in the home screen we have a bottom tab navigation bar. Okay, the bottom tab navigation bar is something like, if you guys are using WhatsApp, you can see there's a menu at the bottom bar. So this is something like that, something similar to that. Okay, so coming to this page, you have two tabs, that is for video and that is for audio. Okay, and in video, like as Funny was explaining you before, we have implemented the compress, convert and convert video to audio features, scaling and merging features. Many features has been implemented recently, which has not yet been integrated in this front end project, but yet yes, that will be done soon. I'll also take that video later. Okay, and yeah, coming back to this, so if I each card is a feature. So if I press on convert, it will navigate to the choose file from screen. Okay, where you have to select the file. Where you have to tell our app or tell our mobile where to select the file from. Okay, so coming to this, we have some options like choose from files, choose from device, and choose from drive. Google Drive. On at last, we have another option called as choose from Dropbox. As I told you before, we haven't included any backend code, right? So for now, we have only choose from files option. Okay. So if I click on choose from files, so I clicked on video and then I press on convert feature. Then I clicked on choose from files, right? So I don't have any files right now. So that is why it navigated to the file section where I have to add video files. Okay. So if I press on the plus icon on the top right, so we'll get an choice for choosing the video file from the gallery or from the device. Okay, device in the sense internal storage. Okay, so let me choose file from gallery. Okay, so by clicking that, yes, see, I have two videos in the emulator which I'll select now. Okay, and yes, that video file which has been selected as displayed here, like the size of, you can see that the size of the selected video is 531.13 KB, and the creation time of that. Okay, and let me pick one more file. This time I'll select a file from device. Okay, and yes, instead of mp4, I'll try to pick up any mp3 file. Okay, see, so we have two files, one is mp4 and one is mp3. And if I, what to do now, like, let us explore. If I click on this settings button, what are we seeing? It is showing that select from tools and move to my conversion and delete. So let me select from tools. Okay, Okay, it navigated to this page. So why it navigated to this page? Because we wanted to tell the application that to what, like which feature do you want to apply for this file. Okay, so I want to apply convert. Okay, so yes, this is a component where we want to convert the video file to mp3 or any options which will provide for you, where you can select by yourself. But the thing is, as I told you I told you initially, we haven't integrated the backend, so we need to properly map up all the backend features and the options we have to keep and all. So for now, I just kept a convert button. Like if we press on the convert button, it will convert to the mp3 file. Yeah, as I told you, there's no backend integration, but yes, this is the high level overview of this. Okay, and let me go back again. Okay, yes. So coming to this file section. So this is what will happen in the choose from file, home section of the tool screen. Like we will choose a feature. If you have files, then it'll display the files. Like, oh yeah, let me show you. We have the video files and audio files, right? So I clicked on the convert, which is in the video section, right? So that is why it will show only video files, if you can see that. Okay, so yeah, and coming back to this file section, you can see the files which we have selected before previously. Previously, those were displayed here, right? And there is a conversion page, as I told you in the previous video. I'll also give the link in the description, where you can watch all the design and all the design of the UI and what is the main purpose of this design and all. Has already been explained in that video. So you guys please go and watch it there. So yes. So while I was adding the file, I also told you that by clicking on this setting button, there is another option called as move to my conversion. So let us see what will happen if I click on move to my conversion. Okay, so I clicked on. So yep, the file is not there. And let me show you where it is. Yes, here it is. So I added this because uh, just for testing purpose, like once the file is converted, or if you give your video file or audio file to our app, and if you have used any tool, all the output files will be stored here. So I just wanted to test that, uh, am I be able to move my file to the my conversion screen or not. Then that's at hit and trial purpose. For this purpose, I kept that option like move to my conversion. Okay, so it's just for trail purpose. Okay, and coming to this settings page, yes, we have some options like edit profile, my subscription, help and support, terms and policies. Like, you can free up the space, because all the output files which we will create will be stored in a specific location in your internal storage. If you want to free up all the space, if you click on this button, it will be done. Okay, and yes, if you want to report any problem, you can click on report a problem, and if you click on logout, voila, it will log out. Okay, the same thing, if you observe, the UI and the functionality is completely same with respect to iOS. Okay, and yeah, in iOS, let us log in. Okay, but the only single change is, if you observe the bottom tab navigation bar in the Android, there is no kind of pop-up, animation to icon. Okay, but in this iOS, we have animation to icons. Bottom tab navigation bar. Okay, so yes, we haven't added in Android because there's some styling problems and all, so which we'll fix later. So yes, but to conclude, we use React Native hybrid technology to develop our front end for both Android and iOS using a single source code. That is our major concern, and which is also proved. Like we have a single source code, and the same source code which we'll use to build Android is almost the same for an iOS too. So yes, that is the beauty of hybrid frameworks. Okay, so yeah, uh, for now I explained the functionality and how our app look like. Okay, so let us dive in and see the architecture diagram of that. Okay, yes, I know it's too clumsy, but I'll try to explain as simple as I can. Okay, okay. Yes, coming to this, once if you build any React Native application, and if you open if you open the application which has built it in your phone, first it will call the index.js file. Okay, in that index.js file, it will render the component called as app.tsx. Clear? And in that app.tsx, we have navigations. Okay, the first navigation is which we have is auth navigator. Okay, in that auth navigator, we have we have like specified the routes of home screen, login, forget password, and sign up. Okay, that is what you are seeing in the previous like explanation. In the sense, if initially when my application opens, you can see the login screen. So in the auth navigator section, I specifically told that initial route should be the login screen. Okay, that's why you are able to see the login screen. Okay, thereby if you click on the forget password, it will navigate to the forget password screen, and for registration you have to click on the sign up, and once you log in, it'll open the home screen. Clean? It makes sense, right? So yes, when you navigate to the home screen, there is another navigation called as bottom tab navigator, which you have seen like the icons at the bottom of the screen, right? Here, let me keep like this, then you can understand it very clearly. So yeah, the bottom tab navigation bar is nothing but the the navigation which you are seeing at the bottom. Yes, right, the highlighted one. So coming back to this again. So and also in the bottom tab navigator screen, this is the tool screen, this is the file screen, this is the my conversion screen, and this is a more screen. Okay, and also in the home screen we have like by clicking on login, I mean for login routing will route to login screen, will navigate to login screen, and by clicking on forget password will navigate to forget password screen. In the same way for sign up also it will happen. Okay, and coming to this back again, bottom tab navigator, we have all these four screens in the tab. Okay, and by clicking on tools, this one, if you observe, we have home tab or tools tab, like we have different types of screens. For this we have home tab, tools tab screen, and this files tab screen, my conversion tab screen, and more tab screen. Okay, and by clicking on tools tab or the home tab, and again we have a separate navigation that is called as top tab navigator navigation screen. Okay, and inside that we have video and audio, which is this and this. Okay, and guys, please observe it very clearly because you might get confused here. Okay, but I'll, as I said, I'll try to explain it as clean as possible. Okay, yes, if I click on video, if I click on convert, it will navigate to the choose file from screen. Okay, which is this. Okay, and after choosing the file from files, you can see that we have an mp4 file. Okay, so I choose the file, and it will directly go to the are feature component, like we have convert feature component, compress feature component, and trim feature component and all. So for now we clicked on convert, so that is why once we selected the file, and once we, I mean after selecting the file, if you press on that, it navigated directly to the convert video file. It makes sense, right? Because we already selected the feature which we want to apply for this file, right? Okay, this is one scenario. Okay, coming back to another scenario, if I go to file section, assume, so I have an mp4 file, but I haven't selected any feature which I am going to select now. So I have the file already, keep that in mind. Okay, before we don't have the file, we just selected the feature, but now we have the file. Okay, so I selected the settings button and I clicked on option where you can see that select from tools. Okay, I selected the tool here like convert. It navigated directly to this. Make sense? So yes. So if we go to file screen and if we have the file, by clicking on the setting option, and if you select the feature which you want to implement to, which you want to apply to that file, from the tools option, it will directly navigate to the feature section. Okay, clean. And coming back to this, yes, files page. Okay, and in file screen, as I told you, we have handle file selection, like that is this plus icon at the top. So we have the delete option where I'll also show you. Yes, there the file got deleted. So and also we have the tools option which you have seen just now, like select from tools and all. Okay, and yeah, if you click on select from tools, it will navigate to the top tab, navigator navigation, which is this. Let us come back to again. Okay, I have an audio file, and if I click on select from tools, it should navigate to the tools page or homes page, right? So that is what this top tab navigator navigation. Okay, and let us come back to this again. Okay, after going navigating to the top tab navigator navigation, so we'll select the feature, and that feature, after selecting that, it will move to the feature components page. Okay, and yes, coming back to this, my conversion page, my conversion page in my conversion page, you know, suppose, assume, if a user want to convert his video to audio first. Okay, so his mp3 file is here. Now he want to convert this audio file to text format, right? This makes sense, right? So by clicking on this option, if you click on select from tools again, so if we have implemented that audio to text feature in the audio section, then you'll be able to select this option here. So you can convert the converted files too, instead of adding them again, converting them, selecting the features and all this painful process. You can directly convert the output files to another output required format. Okay, so yep, and that is what happening in the conversion screen. In conversion screen, we have all the files which are being converted, and as I told you, like you can navigate to the tool screen or home screen from here directly. And if you want to apply any other feature to the converted file, then that also you can do. Okay, coming to settings page. Yes, coming to settings page, I told you, like we have some options to edit profile, my subscription, and help and support and all. Though we haven't added much more things, the content and the design for this, I just created an initial design for now. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I also explained it as clean as possible. Yeah, but yeah, if you have any doubts or if you have any queries related to this architecture diagram, you guys please feel free to ask in the comment section, or you can mail me, or also you can go to our website and fill a form so that we'll reply as soon as possible. And like it's a early age startup, we guys will be very very busy, so we'll find some free time and we'll really appreciate you. We'll take your we'll take your comments and responses very seriously, and we'll put a time and we'll keep resolving all of them. Okay. And last but not least, that's a good news actually. We our subscribers has been increasing recently. Like we have like when I saw our channel, it was around 135. Now it is around 190 plus. Wow. I don't know where that number is coming from, but still, but that is actually a good news. It means we are progressing, but everything is with your support and our hard work. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And yeah, please do follow our content and please watch our videos regularly. So yeah, uh, so last but not least, you guys please subscribe our channel, give a like and hit the thumbs button, and also click on the bell icon so that you'll get notified whenever we post the videos. Okay. Yeah, thank you.